Hello friends, welcome back to our online class once again. This is for class 7 and today we are going to learn some of the properties of integers. So the first property is closure property. You check closure property under addition. So first one is 2 plus 3. It is equal to 5. When a 2 is an integer, 3 is an integer as well as 5 is also an integer. We can check for negative terms. So minus 12 plus 5 is equal to minus 7. So minus 12 is an integer, 5 is an integer and minus 7 is also an integer. That means under addition the integers are closed. That means integer will satisfy closure property under addition. Can you check for subtraction? Let's try. Minus 12 minus 2 is equal to minus 14. Minus 12 and 2 both are integers and the result is minus 14, which is also an integer. That means integers are also closed under subtraction. In multiplication, minus 1 minus 3 is equal to 3. Okay, minus 1 is integer, minus 3 is integer, 3 is also an integer. Now 2 into minus 5, it is equal to minus 10. Now 2 is an integer, minus 5 is integer and minus 10 is also integer. That means integers are closed under multiplication. Okay, my dear, can you think what will happen in case of division? Suppose minus 7 divided by 2, it is equal to minus 7 by 2 and it's a fraction, it's not an integer. It is not an integer. Minus 7 by 2 is a fraction. That means integers are not closed under division. Integers close under addition, subtraction and multiplication but not under division. Understood? Okay, then the next property. So our second property is commutative property. Commutative property is also known as order property. If we change the order, the value remains same. If a and b are two integers and a into b equal to b into a, or a plus b equal to b plus a, or a minus b equal to b minus a, or a divided by b is equal to b divided by a, then the two integers satisfy the commutative property under that particular operation. Okay, let's start with addition. 5 plus minus 7, it is equal to minus 2. Now change the order. Minus 7 plus 5. Minus 7 plus 5 is also equal to minus 2. That means 5 plus minus 7 is equal to minus 7 plus 5. That means a plus b is equal to b plus a. Is it? So integers satisfy the commutative property under addition. Okay, next subtraction. Let's have one example. 2 minus 3 is equal to minus 1. Now 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. They are not equal. Now 1 is not equal to minus 1. So 2 minus 3 is not equal to 3 minus 2. That means integers will not satisfy commutative property under subtraction. Okay? Yes, for multiplication. 2 into 3 equal to 6. 3 into 2 also 6. Okay, that means a into b equal to b into a. Okay, that's why integers satisfy commutative property under multiplication. Now can you check for division? Let's have two integers 3 and 6. Now 6 divided by 3 is equal to 2. Now 3 divided by 6 is equal to 1 by 2. They are not equal. 2 and 1 by 2 are not equal. That means integers will not satisfy commutative property under division. So in case of integers, addition and multiplication are commutative, but subtraction and divisions are not commutative. Understood? Okay, now next property is associative property. If A, B, C are three integers, then if it is in addition, then A is added to the group of B and C, and which is equal to C is added to the group of A and B. That is A plus B plus C in the bracket, and it is equal to A plus B in the bracket and plus C. Okay, that is associative property. Now if we check associative property for addition, okay, then the relation should be satisfied. Okay, let's have an example with the three integers 2, minus 3 and minus 2. The first in order 2 plus big bracket minus 3 plus minus 2, and if we change the group, then 2 plus 3 inside the bracket, inside the big bracket, and plus minus 2. Okay, the result comes minus 3, and that result also come minus 3. That means the integers satisfy associative property under addition, but integers will not satisfy the associative property in subtraction. Okay, integers satisfy the associative property in multiplication, but integers will not satisfy the associative property under division. So the next property is distributive property. My dear, we have two types of distributive properties here to discuss. One is distributive property of multiplication over addition, and another one is distributive property of multiplication over subtraction. We are going to understand these two property for integers. Okay. Now, according to distributive property of multiplication over addition, A into B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C, which is given. Okay. Now, for example, if we take three integers, one is 2, one is minus 3 and another one is minus 4, then the result is minus 14. And if 2 into minus 3 plus 2 into minus 4 is also minus 14, that means 2 into minus 3 plus minus 4, it is equal to 2 into minus 3 plus 2 into minus 4. That means integers satisfy the distributive property of multiplication over addition. Okay. Now for distributive property of multiplication over subtraction, only the difference is plus and minus. Here A into B minus C is equal to A into B minus A into C. I have taken three integers 5, minus 6 and minus 7, and check the result are equal 5 and 5. So here also these integers satisfy the property A into B minus C is equal to A into B minus A into C. Okay. So my dear, we have understood that integers will satisfy distributive property of multiplication over addition and subtraction. So this much for today. We have learned the concept of the integers, about their comparison, their addition, their subtraction, multiplication and division, all the four fundamental operations we have learned, and also some of the properties of integers. I hope you enjoyed the class and also you learned the concept of integers. Thank you. Have a nice day.